Smile, big energy, and go for it.
Welcome to Longo's Virtual Cooking School. I'm Chef Tanya. I am the product developer here at Longo's. Join me as I show you how easy it is to make tasty, satisfying recipes for you and your family to enjoy at home. My goal is to convince you that you don't have to be a trained chef to make good food. I am here today at our Longo's Cooking School in Stouffville. We look forward to having you back in our Lofts Cooking Schools when we reopen again. Today's recipe is a cast iron cobbler from our summer issue of our Longo's Experience magazine. It's a classic, timeless recipe, and it deserves to be cherished by the new generation. I remember making this as a kid with my mom, and I got a kick out of making it with my kids, who love it just as much as I do. Hey, with all these berries in front of us, let's get started. We are baking this recipe indoors today, but if you were using your barbecue, make sure you line the grates with foil to prevent flare-ups from any sugary drips. So before we start making the fruit filling, preheat your oven to 350 degrees. To make the fruit filling, combine these ingredients in a large bowl. 2 pounds of Ontario fresh strawberries, 3 cups of fresh berries, blackberries, some raspberries, and some blueberries. This already smells great. We're gonna add 1/3 cup of sugar and 3 tablespoons of cornstarch. Now I'm going to gently toss all the berries. Make sure you get all those berries coated with all this goodness. Getting everything coated is exactly how this should look. Next, butter your cast iron skillet. Really make sure you get all the edges and all the corners of this cast iron skillet. You don't want the berries to burn on the side of the skillet. Now we're going to transfer that great fruit filling right inside your skillet. If you don't have a cast iron skillet, any 9x12 pan will do. I like using a glass pan when I'm at home. Careful, the cast iron skillet is heavy, so use 2 hands when you're handling it. Next, we will make the quick biscuit topping. Let's add the following ingredients in a large bowl. 2 cups of Longo's organic all-purpose flour, 2 tablespoons of sugar, 2 teaspoons of baking powder, 1/2 teaspoon of baking soda, and 1/2 teaspoon of salt. Give this a good whisk. Next, we'll use a box grater to grate the butter directly into the flour mixture. You'll need 1 stick of Longo's salted butter. It's important that you chill the butter. This is to make sure it's easier to grate. Here's the butter. Here's a tip. Longo's butter sticks are wrapped in foil. You can use the foil to protect your fingers when you're grating this butter. Next, we add 1 1/4 cups of buttermilk. Stir it in with a fork until you get a dough that isn't completely smooth, just like this. Remember, you never want to overstir. You want to make sure that the dough is nice and raggedy. Now it's time to drop your spoonfuls of dough over the berries, like so. Drop it in so your surface is evenly covered. Make sure you leave some fruit peeking through. Don't forget to add and sprinkle with coarse sugar. Perfect. This is looking great. Okay, it's almost ready for the oven. You need to let it stand for 20 minutes so the juices thicken before baking. To bake, line your oven rack with foil to catch the drips and bake for 45 minutes or until bubbly and golden brown. Remember, when taking it out of the oven, it will be really hot. This is especially important if you have any junior chefs helping in the kitchen. And there it is, our cast iron cobbler featuring local Ontario fresh berries. Here's one I made earlier today because guess what? I'm gonna need 2 of these for my family tonight. See you next time and keep cooking.